Hi, Miss Nazarin. I'm Sambawan. We are from Group 8. Here's our group members: Alwin, Brenda, Sinju, Chinhao, Bawan, Bausi, and Lakyang. Today, let's explore the fascinating world of metaphysics, a realm where philosophy meets the fundamental nature of reality. Metaphysics delve beyond the tangible, seeking to define the essence of existence itself. Metaphysics is a kind of philosophy or study, and metaphysics use a wide range of concepts to support define reality and our understanding of it. The study of metaphysics generally aims to explain innate or universal elements of reality that difficult to found or experience in our daily lives. In layman's terms, it is the knowledge that study non-specific things. Take my experience as an example. When I went to the supermarket to buy plates, but the plates come in various style, colors, and shapes, but I still know that those are plates. Why do we all know that a plate, and no matter how its shapes and color change, rather than thinking it's a water glass or other items, consider the humble plate, despite its value forms, we intuitively recognize it as such. This leads us to ponder the nature of identity and form, echoing Plato and Aristotle's insights. And yet, metaphysics inquiries confront profound certainties. But can we truly verify the existence of matters upon which much of our reality rests? Theories abound, yet empirical certainty remains elusive. Furthermore, the blurred boundaries between dreams and reality challenge our understanding. While dreams offer vivid experiences, they constitute ephemeral phenomena distinct from waking life. In essence, metaphysics becomes us to confront the enigmatic nature of existence, urging us to grapple with the question that transcends empirical certainty. That's all from me, and I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Samalsina. I will present my part. According to the Big Bang theory introduced by Albert Einstein, the sun, planets, and other celestial bodies were formed from the Big Bang in the early stage of the universe. However, everyone will be considering what was the prior to the Big Bang and whether or not space and time existed before the universal birth. Nowadays, many scientists are still researching this topic to this day, and the Big Bang theory is supported by a wealth of data. There are still a lot of unanswered questions by this hypothesis. Thought not for us, the Big Bang theory is the most logical explanation. How did everything on Earth become into being if it did not exist before? Next, many people today are still concerned by the question of God existence. Christianity pray to thank the Lord before meals. Buddhism prays status of God at home to worship every day, and Muslim also Ramadan. These are all because people believe in the existence of God and believe that everything we have is given by God. Religion holds that God is an all-powerful supernatural being who created the cosmos and everything in it. Given that many religions view God as the ultimate source and foundation of morality, people may also decide to worship gods in an effort to atone their sins. There is also the belief that God has predetermined everyone's destiny. This is a type of belief held by people as well. Some people's belief are what keep them alive. Their spiritual well surpass and their earthly well when they have faith. People would prefer to believe in God than to reject Him, even if no one definitely proves His existence. That's all from me now. I'll pass to Elwin.
I'm Elvin, and now I'd like to shed light on the discourse surrounding vaccination, particularly addressing arguments raised by anti-vaxxers. Let's begin with the issue of trust. Anti-vaxxers often question the reliability of vaccines, fueled by misinformation rampant on social media, misleading narratives, such as those surrounding COVID-19 vaccines, so doubt, as seen with AstraZeneca's vaccine in Europe. Research suggests social media's significant impact on shaping attitudes towards vaccination. Moving on, concerns about adverse effects are prevalent among opponents of vaccination. While side effects like fever and fatigue can occur, they're generally mild and temporary, resolving with rest. Importantly, all World Health Organization approved COVID-19 vaccines offer protection against various strains. Another argument raised by anti-vaxxers revolves around personal freedom. They advocate for individual autonomy in medical decisions, citing doubts about vaccine efficacy. Yet, studies demonstrate high efficacy rates, like 95% for Moderna and Pfizer vaccines. Lastly, Psychological factors influence anti-vaxxers' resistance. Fear, skepticism of medical experts, and misconceptions about vaccine safety contribute to their stance. However, it's crucial to note that adverse events like deaths following vaccination are often attributed to pre-existing health conditions. That's all for my part. I'll pass it to the next presenter.
Moving on to the another slide, Evelyn, as the main character of the movie Everywhere, Everything, All at Once, has presented multiple examples of egoism. Firstly, she is being manipulative as she prioritizes her own needs regardless of the others. For such an example, Evelyn used her own feeling of regret to manipulate Joy or Wayman into doing the thing that she wants. Evelyn was unwilling to accept her daughter lesbian, which highlight her self-centered approach. Next, narcissism has made Evelyn become a forceful mother who considers herself superior to the others and constantly dismisses of other people's opinions. She imposed her decision on her daughter without listening to her. In that movie, she just ignored Joy and believed that everything is right or wrong for Joy. For instance, she doesn't see why it's so important to introduce Joy girlfriends to Gong Gong. Rather, she presents Becky as Joy Pao respectively. Additionally, Joy exhibits narcissistic behavior as well in the movie Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. She prioritizes on her personal struggles with depression, highlights her own desire as she resistant to Evelyn's guidance of her relationship, and this reflects an egoistical behavior. What is more, Joy behaves narcissistic as she declares her war in order to escape from parental expectation.
I'm Ho Chi Hao, and I will be talking about decolonization question 2. Evelyn's action as a manipulated mother are deemed immoral on several fronts. Acting on stereotypical Asian parenting norms, she employs emotional manipulation, disregarding Joy's well-being. Despite good intentions, Evelyn's method have traumatized Joy. Up next is Evelyn's superiority. It is also deemed immoral on the fact that Evelyn refused to listen to other people due to her self-righteous personality, which leads to a breakdown in communication and understanding with her family. Another character of the movie, which is Joy, the daughter of Evelyn, prioritized her struggle by showing rebellious attitude towards her mother is immoral. Joy should put herself in Evelyn's shoes as a mother to understand her struggle as well.
My name is Tan Lok Yang. Now I would like to talk about how religious belief or principles from Islam allow Muslims to undertake decolonization. While men and women are advised to dress modestly in several Quranic passages, Muslim women should cover themselves when they are among men who are not their immediate family members. The Quran also instructs women to wrap outer clothing for themselves when going out to the public, which is jilbab. As a result, wearing the hijab and jilbab enable Muslim women to engage in decolonization in the face of cultural globalization. Cows represent riches and life-sustaining characteristic in Hinduism. However, steak is very popular in many Western countries. By maintaining dietary restrictions, such as not eating beef, help many Hindus to demonstrate their cultural identity and resist external pressures that may contradict their religious views.
Hi Miss, my name is Brenda and today I'll be continuing on the human concept in the context of Buddhism. In the context of Buddhism teaching, rituals have a lot of offerings such as flowers, incense, choice money and many other personal items. How does the process of funeral works in Buddhism? So a funeral is roughly held for 3 to 7 days depending on the family's income and the ability to run through a funeral. Personal items such as clothes, jewelry is either burned or buried together with the deceased in the coffin. Joss paper in the form of money, house, clothes, car, and etc. will be burnt to as a sign of offering. Now, moving on to the context of Christianity. In Christianity, it says that the belief in astrology is a sin. This is because the act of chasing after a false god is a sinful act. In a sense where zodiac roughly tells you what your future determines and so on. So in another way, the act of believing in astrology is directly going against the teaching of the Bible's wisdom. As a conclusion, these are the 4 chapters that we have covered in this assignment. Throughout this assignment, all of the members have learned many knowledge about metaphysics, ideology of postmodernism, relativism, decolonization, and lastly, human concept. It was an eye-opening experience to understand this concept and also factors of philosophy. Thank you for listening and have a nice day ahead.